Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, buyers were active, a tick ahead of Tuesday's initial support. And then in the overnight session, we saw a move back up towards Tuesday's pre-market and initial resistance. And then on the CPI number, we've now seen a strong upside directional move into the 42.01 to 42.10 larger time frame resistance where sellers have been active. Now, given the strength that we've seen in the pre-market session, heading into the open, our short-term and intermediate-term bias will be neutral bullish. And if off the open, we can now get a successful breakout above the 4200 to 4210 initial resistance zone, that would serve as a bullish confirmation, and eventually the market could end up testing the resistance areas above. Now, the big challenge with today is that the market is set to open at larger time frame resistance, and majority of the range potential of the day has likely already played out. So entering a new long trade at these higher prices comes with extra risk. And for that reason, we are going to have to be extra patient and more selective on the trades that we consider taking today, especially if we're looking to buy at these very high prices, because we still need to get a successful breakout above 4200 to 4210 in order to get that bullish confirmation. And in order to get a sustainable breakout, we would need to see signs of initiative buying in real time. On the downside, we have the high from August 5th at 41.88. Holding above that would just be a signal of strength. It would tell us that the market is holding above the recent high. Below that, we have pre-market support at 41.60 to 70, where buyers can be active on any kind of pullback. And then below that, we have Tuesday's overnight high at 41.55, followed by a pocket of support at 41.47 to 50, and then the initial support zone is at 41.2975 to 39.75. And considering the strong upside move, if the buyers are going to maintain control, then ideally we don't want to see a retracement all the way back down into initial support. Ideally, buyers can now hold ES above the pre-market support zone, and if ES is really strong, then it may even hold above 41.88. So even a pullback all the way back down into initial support would be a warning sign, but that is an active and valid area of support until broken, and technically buyers can maintain the intraday control above that area, and a break and hold below initial support would invalidate this upside directional breakout attempt, and it would be an intraday bearish indication. Now, keep in mind that in order for this day to turn bearish, we would need to see some level of sustained downside momentum, and we would need to see a break below 41.47 to 50 and the initial support zone. As long as buyers can hold ES above pre-market support and especially above 41.88, they can maintain the intraday control. And if in real time we're seeing continued broad market strength and sustained upside momentum, then eventually the market could take out the initial resistance zone. But the way the market is set up right now, given the wide overnight range, we are going to have to be selective on the trade setups we take. And if that means that no good trading opportunity presents itself today, then it's better to step aside and wait rather than take unnecessary risks at poor trade location with questionable reward to risk. So the focus this morning has to be to keep your fear of missing out in check and not get sucked into a low quality trade setup. So that is the market context and plan heading into the open. Let's see if the buy side can maintain the control that we've seen here in the overnight session, and we'll take it from there.